They announced the iPhone 7 over the week.
Yeah.
Some bit of controversy surrounding that because apparently there's not going to be a headphone jack anymore.
Yeah.
People are flipping out.
I mean,
You're an iPhone user. I'm not. So
yeah, I already don't like just the shape of iPhone earbuds because they don't fit in my ears at all. So I mean, I don't really care.
But it can be used with any kind of earphones, though. You could plug the earphones you have on right now into your phone as it is, right?
Because it has a jack.
If you get the new iPhone, you'll have to either use third-party Bluetooth headphones or use their $169 earbuds
that only have a battery life of like 5 hours.
Right, or you can use the dongle that is provided with it. And that dongle? You plug a 3.5 millimeter jack into it. Yeah, it's actually going to come with a way to hook headphones up.
Oh, that's not.
And
that's
something that a lot of coverage of it I've seen just omitted. But it's going to come with a dongle, but it plugs into the charging port, and then you plug the headphones into that. So it sounds to me like you're not going to be able to charge it and listen to wired headphones at the same time, unless there's some kind of like third-party splitter or something that comes out.
Yeah.
But apparently it took a lot of courage to get rid of the 3.5 millimeter jack. Was that what was said? That's the meme I keep seeing, is that it's like we took a lot of courage to do this, but we're not going to put the headphone jack on it. But did you see the Samsung announced the S8 or whatever, and it's got like 5 headphone jacks on it. The meme, it's hilarious. But they would do something like that. Now we've got 2 headphone jacks. But hey, the big version of the iPhone comes with 2 cameras that can simulate a depth of field.
Shoot 3D video?
I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But that sounds pretty cool. But the biggest announcement is there's a Mario game coming out.
A Mario runner.
Shigeru Miyamoto himself
Yep.
made an appearance and spoke to the crowd, and they announced Super Mario Run.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a runner, run jump game. You don't control him going back and forth or anything like that, but it does feature Mario, and it looks a lot like a Mario game. Yeah, that's for sure.
It does.
And this is unprecedented because I think up until now, the only Mario games that were available on systems other than Nintendo systems were Mario Teaches Typing on the PC, and then they had, Hotel Mario on the CDI. But other than that, we haven't seen. This is unprecedented because Nintendo, they guard their IPs very fiercely.
Oh, yeah.
And now they've put out the Miitomo app. They've got a hand in Pokemon Go, and now they've got a Mario app going out to the iPhone. And hopefully, eventually, it'll come to Android, which I believe the new system is based off Android. But anyway, what do you think about that? Do you think this is a time that Nintendo's going to experience a revitalization in their brand?
I don't think that a Mario runner for a phone OS is going to turn around the entire being of Nintendo's fortunes.
This is the thing, and I'm not saying it's just Mario on the iPhone, but think about Mario on the iPhone and Pokemon Go. And the new console that's coming out.
Yeah.
And the new Zelda game that stole the show at E3. And Reggie, the of Nintendo of America, being like, hey, we fucked up with the Wii U and we're going to do better from here on out. Even though I particularly love that system, it wasn't marketed well.
Yeah.
But we could really see a turning around for Nintendo. And they could possibly take that seat back as at least a major player, because they've kind of fallen to third place.
Right, exactly. I mean, it's very reminiscent of Sega after the Dreamcast failed. I mean, you didn't see them really come back in any real way.
But this is different. This is Nintendo.
Yeah,
okay?
Exactly.
They have the strongest market for handheld games as far as non-mobile games with the 3DS. They have no competition. The Vita failed. Every handheld system that has come out failed.
Yeah.
Except for the Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, the DS, the 3DS, all of those. And now with the NX, what apparently the NX has not been officially announced, but from the news and rumors that you hear about it, it's a console handheld hybrid. Okay, the console is built in apparently to the handheld system with the screen on it and everything, but there's detachable controllers on it. And you can hook it up to your TV. I think it comes with a dongle that maybe just streams the signal to your TV. I'm not sure. And it's going to be cartridge based.
Ooh.
So I'm assuming like 3DS style cartridges in it. But it's going to be HD graphics on the handheld and on the TV. And it's going to be one of those things that you can finally take it with you and play it at home. And it's going to be console quality games, home console quality games in a handheld hybrid. So we're going to see how that does, because it seems like they're kind of merging their two things here together.
That has, honestly, though, that has been like their biggest problem in the last couple of years. Again, with the kind of failure in the marketing standpoint from the Wii U for sales, but the very fact that the 3DS is easily the only viable option if you want mobile gaming.
Right.
So, if they're trying to combine like the power of the Wii U, which is a good console. Like, I enjoy playing games on the Wii U, but I don't own one. It's cost prohibitive for me. I don't make a lot of money.
Buy one refurbished off of Nintendo's website. That's what I did.
Yeah. But I also don't own a 3DS, and I would love to own a 3DS.
Right.
But like a combination of those two, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds exactly like what Nintendo does need to do.
Right. And we're talking like Pokemon official games that you can actually play on your TV.
Yeah.
As opposed to all the real Pokemon games have all been on handheld. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait till they announce exactly what the NX is going to be and what it's going to do. And I really wish the best of luck to them, even though, and I don't know if you know this, but apparently Nintendo has so much money in the bank. They could go for another like 15, 20 years and not turn a profit before they'd be in trouble.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Good on Nintendo. Damn.
Yeah. Well, think about it, man. You had the NES, which was wildly, insanely popular, the Game Boy, and then you had the N64, the GameCube, which didn't really, neither of them had as much of an impact as like the Super Nintendo and the NES. But then you had the Wii, which is one of the biggest selling consoles of all time.
Yeah, that is true.
Which was basically sold as a gimmick.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Wii U kind of took that and got a little bit more serious with the gameplay, but nobody paid attention because it was just, they shouldn't have named it the Wii U. They should have marketed it different, but, you know, hindsight's 2020, I guess.
Always. Yeah, always. Although, like, I thought that the 64 had a little bit more of an impact than you're suggesting it did.
I'm just saying it's not as huge as the Wii or the NES.
Yeah.
Or the Super Nintendo, for that matter.
Right. I owned a gray box NES.
Right, because after the Super Nintendo came out, then you got PlayStation.
Yeah.
Then when the PlayStation 2 came out, whenever GameCube was out, then you got Xbox.
Yeah.
And PlayStation. And then you also had, don't forget, Sega Saturn and Dreamcast in those generations as well.
Yeah.
So it got real crowded there for a while.
Yeah, I owned gray box PlayStation, PS2, and a 64. And I played the shit out of Super Smash Brothers and Legend of Zelda.
Right. Well, Nintendo has the best first-party games.
Yeah,
the best intellectual properties.
They really do. They make bank not only on the sales of the Wii originally, but also all those IPs.
And they make 2-player games. Not just multiplayer, but games you can actually play sitting next to somebody on the couch. And they market towards more of a family-friendly type audience, which is going to help them with the younger gamers.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that most kids coming up these days, some of their first consoles are going to be Wii U's, Wii's, 3DS's, you know, all those kind of things. So they're going to grow up with those characters, but in a different way than we did.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I would love if, like, the 3DS or the NX, if the NX does end up being that kind of handheld and console hybrid like they're talking, like, I would love for that to just introduce a whole new generation of gamers to the great intellectual properties that Nintendo owns. I feel like that would be
It's gonna happen anyway. I think.
Only
I think they're
good.
so iconic that it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Especially when you think of like the NES Classic coming out, which apparently some pre-orders of that for certain retailers have already been sold out.
yeah.
Comes out next month. So, or no, November.